Yo, what's up, React? How you doing? Good morning, Justin. Good morning, Daffy. Good morning, Sandollar. Actually, I think I'm gonna keep. Nah, we'll leave YouTube chat on. Good morning, Eric, Susan, E, Alexis, React, Michael. Good to see you all. You caught puts on AMD and Meta at open. Oh, nice job on AMD. Good job on Meta, dude. I'm glad to see Meta actually get some dip because we talked about this the other day. It just feels like it's lagging a little bit. Nvidia on the rip again. Which we kind of talked about that too before before the weekend. I think it was last week actually. Ever since that split news, it just probably feels like that's gonna get a grind up kind of move. So hard as a new trade to get into that chart, but very powerful move. So it's just kind of cool to go look at. Good job on the quick intraday trade. Good morning, Kim. Aloha SF. I can hear they're not going to make it easy for us in my head. Good morning, SK. Good morning, Ryan. Is the music too loud, or is it alright? On my end, it looks like it's too loud. Alright, cool. So, a little weak at the open, I will agree. This morning, I posted a couple updates just to kind of get people warmed up in the chat this morning. So if you'd like to go review those, please go to the Discord and just check the trade floor. You don't have to pay anything to see the trade floor. It's just for posting and talking to each other. HD rejecting. Good call out by Kevo. I know him and a couple of the guys are watching Home Depot. Which, again, pretty cool to see a few dudes watching the same chart, trying to go over the same game plan, or at least aiming towards the same game plan. It's cool to see people work together. Yes, EMPH, go up more. We need you to go up so we can short you. You're doing good. It's gonna come up here. We're gonna hit the best trade of our lives. Boeing is an inside bar today, or at least as of right now, so just keep that in mind. Coin is just destroying this chart again. Just as it was looking bad again, and we kind of talked about this too, you know, if they ever hold this as a fake low, come back up, because I was kind of watching just the middle of that big green candle, and then from there we just add a lot more levels, but you can see it's just still grinding up. This chart is on a tear streak. Ulta's finally... Are they done with earnings? I know that's today after hours, right? Yeah, after hours, damn. This will finally be behind us soon. Mastercard. Good morning, Matty Ice. Good morning, Dr. J. Good to see you both. Good morning, Ryan. If I didn't say it, I can't remember if I did or not. Alright, not really watching these. Just kind of skimming them because I feel like I haven't checked somewhat of this list down here in a minute. A lot of inside bars. Costco's still near all-time highs, of course. Solar stocks are still moving up as a whole, it looks like. Alright, so let's review what's even happened so far. So open with the hammer, got a nice move up. Seemed to have struggled with the pre-market high earlier today. Pulled back, held 523.83, didn't break that, so no extended move down under the open. A little bit of struggle here at the open again, and we're back up to this again here on the 1 minute. So the open seems to be a very, very strong pivot point, and we have a little bit of a lower high here, and then the high of day. So be very careful here. This is probably the most important pivot point on your chart right now. And that's on the 1 minute. On the 5 minute, of course, this looks a whole lot different. We are literally just consolidating between two levels right now. So nothing crazy. A little bit of wicking underneath a lot of these candles. Got some wicking to the top side of a few of these candles as well. So we can definitely feel the indecision again at today's open, just like yesterday. I think it was yesterday we were talking about this, but look what happened after 25 minutes, so who knows. But you can see all they did yesterday was work up and have the same resistance all day yesterday. After holding this, they had the same support all day yesterday, so a little awkward of a range yesterday. After moving down, of course, overnight, so it's very fair that we don't move as much during the live hour market when we've moved so much in the pre-market or in the extended hours, so just got to take that into account a little bit. But yeah, still struggling with today's open. Good morning, Mikey. Good to see you. React said Tesla's going for 182. Let's go check that out, actually. Actually, I don't think I have this chart ready, but we'll just look at it. Ooh. Yeah, they did break pre-market high. Well, I mean, damn, this is honestly way more important. So we have a huge area of supply here, and whatever it may be, look how they held this area of supply. It fell, almost held it perfectly, got a little bit of an inside bar, meat to the bone wise, and then the very next candle and the third candle closes back out of it. That's a very, very strong hold. Look at that big move from there. Alright, so we'll see if they end up holding 180.20. I would say 179.50 is probably a bigger key. I don't know what this level is here. Probably an emerging candle to some extent. Yeah. Already on the breakout. Look like they're trying to hold as a single candle retest as of right now. Nothing crazy yet, but good looks though. I'd also watch to see if other weights within that same sector hold. Like if you're looking at Tesla. Jesus, can my chart load? I would also look at Amazon, which Amazon actually looks like crap. It looks like a bearish retest. So very weak with the other bigger weight in that sector. We also have SPY rejecting today's open, but Tesla on its own, it's kind of hard. It's really hard for me to sit here and be like, oh, don't trade that because SPY and Amazon are red. Like, no. Tesla can do things on its own. I was just adding some extras around it, so they're not going to completely control what Tesla does. Actually, SPY's flipping green now. If this little loop holds like that and they do get a good close right here, that'd be a very good sign for potential buyers towards at least 525, which that's a pretty important level on the daily as well. If you go to the daily level chart that we've been going over. Let me zoom in. So if they do just randomly go up, you know, from this 524.61, I'm pretty much just saying 525 to save my breath. Is the gap fill above, which goes all the way up to about 525.60s, 525.50s. So that's where we're going to be looking if a buyer move does occur from 525. So it's not a huge move. But if that does hold, 527 is the next kind of level we got to be looking for. 527, 528. So there could be a good buyer move if 525 does hold today. Just keeping that in mind. And then kind of to the same effect, but to the opposite side. If you, and we can look at the smaller time frame levels here in a second. If we do pull back from here, which it most likely should, because we've seen the lower open multiple times in a row now. But again, just we're not going to be full bears on this. But if they do close under that old all-time high, there's a very good chance we're not just going to that gap fill. There's a very good chance we're at least going to that 521.71, maybe even do a fake low with a wick that holds and hits 520 psychological level, and then tries to see if it holds 521.70. So we'll see if this bigger pullback does occur or not. But just kind of keeping both scenarios in mind, not just being a full-on bear. And we could also look at these levels on the smaller time frames too if you guys want here and there, but try not to stare at this too much on that. You can see we are struggling with the more important level from that bigger time frame. Yeah, we're kind of above today's open, but it's still nothing super attractive yet, if that makes sense. So we're really not looking at anything yet. A good pop above this pre-market high area would definitely look like a very, very good kind of passive confirmation. You do have yesterday's low, you got yesterday's open right here, so definitely keep these smaller time frame levels in your head right here. So if we do pop off right here, just keep in mind, you know, if we do just randomly pop off with the high and then a lower high comes in, this could actually be stopping there, so just keep that in mind. If we pop above 525.68, definitely a good chance that we see 527. So I would say that's the game plan for upside. For downside, we already kind of talked about that a few times. This already kind of looks good for bears. I would just say for a new trade, we definitely want to see that break of 523.90s. You want to see continuous weakness here around that pre-market high, just to kind of keep you in your trade. But if not, you get a good pop. There's a good chance buyers are stepping in for short term. Daffy posting his game plan in the YouTube trade floor. He said XLK is still dumping. I'm in 527 GTTE. Good looks. Good morning, Mel. Good morning, Brian. Good to see you both. But yeah, sorry for the yapping. That was just to get the game plan out, so you guys at least have an idea of what we're looking for. Based on the levels, of course. If you're using your own thing and you're doing whatever, go ahead. I'm not sitting here saying you have to stick here with these levels, but that's what we're focusing on here. Let's go back down to the other chart, and we'll just zoom in. Getting kind of an ugly, awkward little close above the today's open, but not a bad looking 5-minute candle on that previous candle. Excuse me, sorry. Yo, good morning, Green. Good to see you. And yeah, if you have access, I would definitely check the daily updates channel. Yesterday, Eric posted the news that was all coming out today, and a lot of the bigger news is already kind of out of the way. We have more news in about an hour for crude oil inventories, but for the most part, all the big news that came out today is already out. We had the GDP, quarter-over-quarter second estimate, and initial jobless claims. And there were some other smaller news in there too, but nothing as crazy. And then you have Fed Williams and Fed Logan speaking today, but Fed Williams is the only one who actually speaks during the live market open session, and that'll be at 11, so that'll be in 2 hours. And then crude oil inventory is in about an hour. So that's all you got left for the major news, if you want to call it that, today. I don't see it as super crazy. Kind of excited to see what comes out on, is it Friday or is it next week? Let's see. And I'll read out the briefing.com update when it comes out. There's nothing there. It's just updates on the corporate news, so if you want to go read that, you can. I don't see anything besides just major earnings news by a lot of companies. I don't see anything unique. Oh, wait. I say that, but then I read Boeing. Boeing up mildly after saying it is making progress on a permanent solution to address the issue with the 737 MAX anti-eye system. God, that is crazy. What year is Boeing in? It's not 2024 for them. Looks like the dollar was dropping today also. If you go down to the... My bad, scroll down. Go down to the dollar chart here. Looks like they are down a little bit today, at least intraday, from their pre-market highs, from their extended hours highs, whatever you want to call that. And they're kind of down against the previous day lows just about. Go to the daily. They're also retaking this resistance, which, again, if they pull back from this would actually be a good positive sign for the market. If they pull back and end up holding 105s, this would be a potential negative sign for the market. So just keep that in mind. This doesn't directly control the direction of the market, but it does have a little bit of an effect on it. So we like to keep it in mind. And it looks like we are already losing that little bit of control we had above today's open. It's going to be one of those mornings. You guys are going to hate the word, but it's probably going to range for a bit. Again, I don't preach that. I hope that doesn't happen at all for y'all. We don't want that. But if we keep doing this retake and loss of levels, it's going to be very confusing. But we'll see though. I'd have to go to a 30-minute time frame today. Super indecisive first 30-minute candle. That is crazy. And that's just through the first 30 minutes of today. That's the first candle that we got. Very indecisive. There's two attributes if you ever want to know what indecision looks like. Small body candles and very long-legged wicks. And this thing has both of those. Just look at the second candle. So far that has it. They're trying their ass off to hold today's open though. Yeah. Very strong underwick. See, that's a lot more bullish now, but you know, before it wasn't. 30-minute though, that is still very ugly. That first candle right here too is just ugh. I hate that we're stuck inside of that. But good hold of today's open so far over the course of two different candles now. That's two different battles won. We know it's a battle one because for this wick to be like this, they had to go all the way down. And then buyers had to bring it all the way back up. And to do that 2 times in a row is actually pretty crazy. I would say there's a lot of upward pressure after those 2 candles. And they're coming from an outside bar on the 5-minute. There's a good hold here, good low here, good high here. I really like the hold of today's open, but the combination of price action is looking really good for bulls here. If they were to lose this, I would actually be really confused. So, be very careful if you guys are watching this. Good retake of today's open, though. Very ugly battle had to be had, though. And that's only on the 5-minute. I'm not on a bigger time frame, so if you're someone who's looking at something else. That's also on the 10-minute. It's on the 15-minute. 30 minutes still doing its thing, so we can't really judge that one yet. And yeah, nothing crazy on the hourly to really check yet. 4-hour, for anybody who might look at the 4-hour. It just looks like if we don't keep falling, we at least need to test this low, whatever that is. 525, 526 almost, really. Zoom in now. And that's why it's good to be non-biased, because honestly, like, if you're just like overly bearish, probably would have been in puts early this morning. I don't blame you. I would have been in that too. I didn't start my stream yet, but now that we're here though, it's like, you know, the battle is over, at least around these lows, and they are trying to actually retake today's open. You know, where we were sitting here and it probably felt like that was impossible. So it's just good to keep both scenarios in mind. Know what pivot points to keep in mind, and just keep watching to make decisions around. Yo, good morning, creator. What's up, Daffy? Tesla 50 call away. Wait, what? Oh, 50 cents away. My bad. From your 182 target. Dude, good stuff. Good job, Riak. He was in this chat early preaching for that. He said, patience paid, Tesla has reached price target. Good job. Yeah, he was preaching 282. Or, not 282. Sorry, you wish. 182. Good job, man. I would say very clean hold from here, like we said earlier. I like that retake right here, too. Through 3 candles, that's wild. It's nice to see Amazon had no effect on Tesla. At least no crazy effect. And it definitely was with the market at the same time. With the market, again, kind of retaking that today's open. So good looks, Reacts. You had a react, not reacts. you had good market sentiment as well. Damn, Boeing really is up. Alright. Let's see what IWM is doing. Ooh. Might have to add that level. It's not a bad looking chart either for intraday. I don't know what the daily looks like, but we'll see. Oh, the daily's actually like the opposite of the market. I feel like the market was like more down. Now it's trying to work itself up. IWM is actually a gap up. It looks like they want to work up a little bit more too. This might be a fun one to watch for small caps. Tech is down, but just kind of in an awkward spot. Let me see that intraday chart. It's yesterday's low and pre-market low. Pre-market high, today's open. That's it. Other levels are from the other day, but I didn't bother deleting them. They're in what looks like a bearish retest unless they get over this area. That's another thing too, like I feel like that's another good just kind of logical way of knowing the market's a little bit indecisive is like look at tech, right? Tech looks obviously bearish. I think we can all agree on that, at least intraday, right here on the 5-minute. Unless it pops over that level. Again, adding that condition, if it does this, it's bullish, you know. You have IWM. Not looking like that at all. IWM's gapped up, actually looks like it wants to work up. They're opposites right now, right? And SPY down just as much as the triple Qs, but not in the same sense, right? We have a little bit of a move down, and they were actually trying to work up, just now losing their momentum, right? Whereas triple Qs have been under their today's open. They haven't once had that fight over today's open. Whereas SPY just had that chance just now. That's the first close back under after 1-2 candles holding very good, very well. I mean, it looks very nice for bulls. A lot of pressure today off the lows. But again, you know, just kind of awkward that you have 3 different sectors of the market and I mean, really, they're in 3 different spots of their chart right now. So, I feel like logically speaking, that's just a good way too of seeing like, oh, this is meh so far. A really good day to go check individual tickers, in my opinion. Like we always say, when the market looks meh, go check IWM. I think this is a great day to check them as well as individual tickers, like what React just did with Tesla. I saw a few people in chat mentioning Home Depot. We got AMD. I saw a few people mention that. So I would go check individual tickers today. Of course, I'm going to be looking at SPY because I like to look at the overall the overall market. I like to check out the sectors. You can see XLK is just completely selling off. Healthcare is trying to hold to the right above previous day lows. Banks are holding off of previous day lows with a second buyer move now. They're trying to retake today's open and hold it. Discretionary, you can see this because the Tesla move most likely. Comms looking like they want more. Like they want more downside. They're rejecting away from even more levels after breaking previous day low. So we'll see if they retake previous day low or if this retest ends up holding and getting that new low of day. But just crazy how much of the market is in a completely different spot. Almost nothing is with itself. Like you had Amazon and Tesla fighting each other while XLY goes up. We have semiconductors in all kinds of spots. We got tech in all kinds of spots. I mean, why is Apple green while Microsoft is down almost $10? Very, very weird day so far. It's like something big is coming, but it hasn't shown itself on the overall, overall SPY chart. I would say you have a clear sign of like settling weights. Yeah, see, it's like what? This just doesn't make sense. I think that's why we're getting that big move now. Look at Microsoft. That is horrible. If you go to the SPY chart, click Analyze, you'll actually see a while back Microsoft retook. Oh my god, and I just realized Nvidia's above them too. So Apple's not even the king anymore. We have Nvidia here for the tech chart, or SPY chart, sorry. But look how much Microsoft is. They're over 7% of SPY, right? So that means anytime a bigger move happens on Microsoft, we're going to feel it on SPY. That was felt. I instantly saw that number. That was crazy. I guess it makes sense Nvidia took Apple, though. That's nuts, though. For the longest time, it's always been Apple, then Microsoft, then Nvidia. Now it's like all jumbled up now. Well, at least you guys got a decent move. They definitely lost all momentum on this candle, though, so I'm glad we got a clear sign of invalidation before seeing a fat-ass red candle hit the floor. That's crazy. I hate when a big candle just hits below a stop loss, but that was very clear that this momentum here built by this candle and this candle was lost by this candle. So it's good to see at least there was that, you know, before it just dropped and destroyed people's stop losses. If this wicks up, I'm gonna laugh even more. Just to make it even more indecisive. Oh, good job. Kid83 also got a big move on Tesla. So we got multiple people killing that chart. Ah, BizTex, I see you. Let's see. So you grabbed after it hit once. Wait, no, let's see. What is this fig? Am I blind? Oh, it's the golden pocket, okay. Ah, good job on the no stop loss when it didn't break over. I mean, it broke over, but no candle close over. Very good hold. And then it got down to your hammer there, which I probably would have done the same thing, because that's a pretty crazy spot. And then back at the low, basically. Damn. Okay, very clean move on Amazon. Good job. Y'all tore up the XLY sector today. React, BizTech, and Kid83. Good job. Yeah. Are you talking about the break above that happened, Garden Trader? When this happened, this closing below, are you asking, is that a potential 90% entry? I'm just making sure before I answer. Yeah, yes, that would be. That's what we call the 90% entry because of the style it is. It's just very aggressive to do all the time. But the sense behind it is that any good like retake is a very, very good sign that someone else is in control, like bulls, right? But what would happen if everyone flipped bullish and then an invalidation happened? Well, we're about to have the craziest drop after, right? Now, maybe not like that. That was mainly because of Microsoft. I was just giving a good example. But that's the sense behind that kind of trade, is just really just going for the invalidation of what was a good hold of something. And vice versa. Exactly. Failed bullish is the best bearish, and failed bearish is the best bullish. Exactly. So, not good to do every single time you see it, but it's definitely obvious sometimes, like especially around these levels that we look at. You know, I hate when people are like, well, how come I can't do it every time? It's like, well, we gotta do it around the right levels. Like, I wouldn't do it around like a pre-market level. I would honestly do it around a today's open or an emerging candle or maybe some bigger weekly level you have marked or something, you know? Just anything that's like super, super important or a very important pivot point. Damn, Microsoft was a very, very clean bearish drop. Can't argue with that. I just love seeing the open and then getting that drop and then getting that impulse move and then seeing it not hold anything above today's open and just getting a bearish candle. It's a very, very clean thing to see because you can at least have confidence. It's like, okay, well, we have at least some bearish pressure between here and here. It's just obvious. So at least gives you some effort to at least take a trade and then keep a stop loss there. Like I said, a lot of the individual charts are probably going to look a lot cleaner today. Some of them are not, like AMD, SMCI, they're meh. But even Google, look at that. Very clean move from very clean levels. And these are emerging. Oh, no, they're not. I think I was cheating on this one because it was Google. It's just an ugly chart. Still, though, good move from good levels. patterns with positioning. Just good to see. Tesla, even with all this move to the downside, just doesn't care. Okay. Like I said, they don't always follow everything. So you really can't subject them to like the weighting of everything like I do with every other individual ticker. It's just so hard. Tesla really is on its own page. Market could be flying right now and Tesla be like, nah, I'm gonna have a red day. Weird looking grind up on Netflix here, but they are above previous day close, and whatever this higher low is, I just kind of like this area in general. They had this like push, they held here and just kept going. This is also pretty important where they had structure, and then of course previous day high. But this is also where previous day close is. So 654.20 seems to be very, very, very important. Honestly, this whole area does. Between that and today's open. That's a very, very clean looking chart. Especially yesterday, damn. Breakout, structure build, loss of structure. They retested away from it. Moved down towards the higher low and then just kind of held. Today we're under that and then working back above it right now. Again, opening under, breaking under, working back above, holding with a bullish hammer now. Getting a green candle to follow up. I don't know what XLC looks like now, but Netflix by itself looks pretty good. Yeah, XLC looks like crap. It looks like that wants to, like I said earlier, retest and pull away. Discretionary in a good spot thanks to Tesla. Banks are not in a bad spot. Healthcare is still holding on to previous day lows despite everything we just witnessed. It's really tech that's hurting everything today for the most part. Which we saw that in Microsoft. You guys aren't unaware. Crazy move. You can see SPX here. And you can see even SPX yesterday, even though we worked back above at that point, the current day's open, we never once crossed above any good levels. You know, we never once got the close above 5281.40. And just from there, just even if you don't consider this a lower high, you're not being tedious about that. These were definitely a little bit lower right here. So just kind of seeing that individual pressure there. But no loss, no new low of day or nothing before that day closed. You can see we're opening again, lower, rejecting. Which I wonder if you go from here to the first low. Yeah, look at that. So from previous day low where we broke to the first low made before working back up, they actually rejected the midterm rejection. And this is again one of my favorite, types of retest because it's hidden. It's very hard to see this with just, again, nothing. If you're just looking at this chart like this, like we were, you're not going to see it. But going from where we broke down to where the first buyer came in, they actually rejected from a good spot. So let's see if we do it again. Let's go from that high down to here. Now that we got another buyer candle. And they don't have to. They don't have to do this again. They could just keep going. New low is made on SPXs at least. Let's go back to SPY. New low is made. We're just still kind of holding 523.83 as a resistance. So getting a bearish retest as long as we're holding this as resistance is what we're saying. Good move under today's open, but let's see if we get a continued good move away from today's open, or is this going to be just as indecisive as the first 30-45 minutes? Let me check out some messages now. Good morning. We'll be on the charts later this afternoon. Made take a trade today. Glad I stayed cash yesterday. Good job, German. I'm still holding my SPY calls, looking for a possible entry in IWM if we get back towards pre-market high and some bearish candle step in. Looking at 1 minute right now. Don't love the 5, so need more info. IWM 10 minute is clean. Good looks. React said 3 inside bars on Meta 15 minute. I'm digging puts. Grabbed IWM 204 calls. Good looks. Good looks. Okay. Let me check trade floor, see if anything's crazy happening. Oh, fantastic, John, man. You were really on it, man. I say it week in and week out, I swear, but he's really good about the sectors. And he said XLC, which, as you all know, is the Meta, Netflix, Google, the comm sector. He said XLC is hitting the GP, which stands for Golden Pocket, from last Thursday's low to Tuesday's high. And he said a good place for a potential bounce. So you can also look at this for a breakdown. You could look at this for a base build or a hold there. Good looks, fantastic, John. Is CRM bringing down Microsoft? It could be. But I don't know. I just know Microsoft is in pain and it hurts SPY. Good job, Kevo. My bad. He had already covered this. Good job. Covered the rejection very well. Reapproaching CDO. 5-minute. Can see buyer stepped up. Man, you guys are on fire. Like YouTube and TradeFloor on Discord. You guys just drop really, really clean updates. Not really like alerts where you're like scaring or pushing someone into taking a trade. Like there's no like push there. You know what I mean? No pressure. It's just clean, clear-cut updates. That's what I like to see. I don't like it when, like, you know, you see people be like, oh, guys, this, that, and then it, like, kind of pushes people into being bearish or being bullish. Like, the way they talk or the way they say something. It definitely can make you want to make a weird decision, so it's just good to see nobody's pressuring people into doing things. People in my chat are just reading what the levels are saying. They're not looking to fearmonger any of that weird stuff. That'll definitely make you trade worse too. What's up though? How did everyone sleep? 1 giving me 1 is bad, 10 is amazing. Have the greatest sleep of your life. 1 would be horrible, like somebody was just beating you up all night. 1 to 10, let me know. Excuse me. Talk so much in the morning and then my voice is like, time to hurt. 6, 3, 8, 10. He put 3.14. Got a decent 9. Damn, okay. Mel got a 10. Oh, yeah, Mel got a 10. That's because yesterday he only had like 2 hours of sleep. So, yeah, he probably passed out. Good stuff. SF said 6. Susan said 7. Kid 83 said 7. Daffy said, when you have kids, it's always minus 100. Nice. Negative 100 on the 1 to 10 scale. That's pretty bad. Garden Trader said 4. Damn, y'all gotta get some sleep tonight. I want to see some more 7s in here tomorrow. I'm not asking for 8, 9, or 10. I'm not asking y'all to be perfect. I want to see some more 7s at least in here tomorrow. My bad. I'm just watching the pullback of Tesla. Let's go back and check out some other stuff too. I know y'all were watching Meta as well, which I don't disagree with that move. And I like the IWM play y'all got. Tech still weak. Healthcare's in a spot to reject, but they've definitely gotten some good gains off of previous day low now. They could just make a new high that would at least take away some of the pressure, but until then, we're waiting. By waiting, I mean like SPY's probably not giving us that better looking move until we have more sectors in cooperation, because I mean every single one of these are doing something different right now. Tech being the most important one, healthcare being your second most important, of course. So it's just good to keep that in mind. Another retake of 523.83. Still no retake of the bulky spot right here under today's open. You know, we kind of dropped here, then pulled back, and then fell. But this is where we truly broke structure, at least from today's price action. So, no retake of at least the meat of the bone there, is how I would put that. $10 said 8675309. How do you have so many? Dollar continues the downfall, Daffy said. Healthcare slowly grinding up. Good call outs. Pretty good for someone who has minus 100 sleep. Toma says no sleep. I'm on that night shift grind. Fair enough. Okay, he's allowed to not have a number then. Damn, you did the night shift and now you're in here? Or are you in a part of the world where it's still night? I guess I shouldn't be so oblivious to that. Oh, you're in New York. Okay, so yeah, it's daytime for you. We're on your time right now. 10 p.m. to 8 a.m. Damn, you're a legend. So you're off work right now and you're just doing your thing, chilling, charting and stuff. Damn, that's a pretty crazy shift. What a badass. Mel said he took some shorts here. Some shorts. Oh, good job, Alexis, on Nike. Let me go check that out. Damn, y'all did good on that. I like that too. You just kind of went with it. You went with the risk of it being at the lower part of its range and the fact that it's been squeezing so hard. And it does have the pleasure of being in the same sector as Tesla, so sometimes it does get to move with Tesla. I'm not saying that's completely why it's doing this. It's probably both reasons, itself and Tesla, and the sector itself. But still, good job, Alexis. You got pretty much 43% on that. Good job. I like seeing those kinds of trades. Just risky, but they make sense. So you're not sitting here going, oh, well, that's just lucky. Nah, really, really nice move. I'm turning extended hours off. I'm very tired of zooming in already. We have the levels clear. Zoom it like this. And then I think I need to change my time axis. I believe, yeah, that felt very messed up. There we go. Sometimes it's nice to turn off extended hours. It just feels like a fresh breath of air. I mean, it's just like, I don't know, it's just like there's not as much to look at. It's just the clear levels, clear as day. And you could see that same argument we made, what me and Guardian Trader were talking about earlier, this retake of today's open with this 90%. You could almost say the same thing just happened here. Very awkward. They're not making it easy for anybody today. Sushi Stocks. What a great name. Actually, let me circle that and post that in chat. That is pretty awkward. That was weird. Breakdown Metra. Go back to Meta. I do like that one a lot. I like Meta a lot because I believe I was just now yesterday saying that I think this is lagging. I believe this should pull back a lot more. I don't think Meta should be at 468 at all. But it doesn't matter what I think. We gotta go off the chart. And we are still getting a continuation down. No new low of day yet, but very close to it. You can see here on the 5-minute, bulls struggled to hold here. You can see here on the 5-minute, bears struggled to hold here. But got to give bears the benefit of the doubt. We've had a lower open, and we are under today's open. So momentum is clearly to the downside. We just don't have a new low of day, so it doesn't look as cool. CRM completely wrecked that whole sector. Now got abused because of it too. Ooh, that hurts. There's that lower, or sorry, higher low, I should say. That's kind of where they were trying to hold. They even broke that level. Ouch. So the CRM move is having some effects on Microsoft and whatever this is. Which I'd like to add, if you go to the Microsoft chart, that's also a bearish kicker. So very potential, very strong potential bearish momentum. No new low under here. You know, they just kind of went here and stopped just now. But the fact they broke structure and with this kind of candle is pretty impressive. I don't know if that happened last time. Yeah, it did. The only difference is this candle's not breaking under a new low. This one is. You can see the follow-up reaction of that kind of candle, though. It doesn't pop up all the time, but you can see a bearish engulfing is here. You now have a bearish kicker. So if we end like this today, I'll be impressed. But it's just a lot of selling pressure around areas that already have selling pressure. So it's just something good to note. We are very close to low of day. Go to that 1 minute for a minute. Man, you know it sounds good for lunch. I know it's only 9:30 for me, but this Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A sounds like it would slap today. $523.37 is the current low of day for SPY, for anybody who's looking at that. Hey, don't even stress it, Maddie. Just review it and move on. You know what you did. You'll know it better than anybody else will. So. Healthcare filled the gap. Daffy said only two sectors that are red at the moment are XLC and XLK, which is the comm sector and the tech sector, which we were very aware of. And tech is definitely still weak. 3.5. Try to remember that number. Good stuff, Daffy. Ryan said quick scalp on that move, and he posted it in the review section. Awesome. Let's go look at that. Let's go see just how badass Ryan truly is. Good job, Mel. I see you took 18% as well. Let's move this over here. Oh my god, he did it. I will say no other words. BizTex, you know what you did. Alright, we're looking to see if we get any continuation for a new low of day. We're still struggling on the buyer side above 523.83, but we're also struggling to hold a new low of day. Bro, a fruit cup is $5? What the hell? Alright, they made a new low of day, and they wicked it instantly. So we'll see if they continue holding. I believe that was the end of the 5-minute candle, too. That's kind of awkward. See what that looked like. Oh, okay, it looks a lot better. Never mind. Good meaty low under the old meaty low. Just looks a little weird on the 1 minute. Alright, looks like tech got a lot weaker. We said 3.5 just a few moments ago. We're at almost 4 to the downside now. That's not good. Healthcare doing a lot better. They have filled that gap. They've hit previous day close. It's a good sign for buyers. Banks trying to build higher lows above today's open. Discretionary also taking a fall. Is Tesla bringing that weakness? Let's go look. Yes, they are. They did not break the area in which they were bullish over those. That's a good sign still so far, but pretty crazy they pulled back all in that little move. And Calm's still just weak as ever. So yeah, probably seeing some more downside on the overall market, guys, just based on the weights. Unless healthcare was to outpace tech and comms, I just don't see it happening. And if healthcare, banks, or discretionary ever flip red, that's going to be even more bad for this chart. If tech or comms flip green, that gives these a good chance. So we'll have to kind of flip over again. Like if these flip, trying to look good for bulls, comms and tech, then we need to go look at the other three again and be like, well, wait, do these still look good for buyers or did they go weak? You know, it definitely could flip back and forth. So we'll keep that in mind. I'm not trying to confuse anybody with that. If you're not totally in tune with the weights yet, just ignore me. I would definitely review some streams. We go over the weights a ton in here. You like the sriracha sauce? Oh, okay, thank you. I should try that, shouldn't I? Oh, the sweet and spice. I see it. Oh, wait, there's a couple. Okay, cool.
It did not just do that to me. Oh my god. I had like all this stuff selected and it like unselected everything. That's crazy. What is going on? Okay, there we go. Alright, I'm good. Do I get a better crowd on YouTube or Discord? As in, like, in the stream? Like, itself? Probably YouTube. Because, I mean, there's days where we get, like, 40 people. There's days where we get, like, 120 people. It just kind of varies. And since I've gotten off of Twitter, it's definitely been less. But I definitely get the same super active group of people. So, I really don't care for the numbers, really. But, no, I'd say the bigger crowd's definitely on YouTube. But there's a pretty good amount of people in Discord just because of the history in here. Like, there's people who've been here for a month. There's people who've been here for 4 years. So, it's, I don't know, it kind of varies. It's just cool, I guess. We hit that monthly emerging candle at 523.07. Wow, good job having that marked. That's crazy where that just touched. I'm always impressed when you guys mention those levels, because I myself don't mark those for this time, like for this chart. Like for this chart, I'm focused on just the daily and then all the other stuff I mix in, right? But of course we have those levels here. Oh, no, I guess I don't have it here. I must not have marked everything on this one. What the hell? Let's go to the monthly and fix that. Wait. Monthly emerging. Where you got that at? Oh, I see. Never mind. I see it now. I'm blind. I don't have it marked. Wow. I must have not have it marked because I had the supply marked. That's wild. But there's that level. There we go. Now I am unblind. I can see again. Good looks. And that gives you a good representation too, because you're not just like, oh, we're hitting a random support within this zone. It's like, no, there's a level there. So at least gives you that. So yeah, like I said, if again, and I said this at the beginning of the stream, because I didn't start my stream right at the date, right at the open. But in the trade floor today, I posted based on the daily levels, and that's why I was kind of going off this. And the first words that I typed today were, well, of course, good morning. But I put, the daily shows we should pull back unless we retake 525s. Where's 525? Right here. Look where we perfectly stopped at and didn't work back above. Yes, we got back above today's open. We talked about how good this was looking for bulls. But just based on the daily levels, we really didn't take anything. This might have just been a liquidity grab too, so at least when this did drop, it could at least go somewhere instead of just, you know, making it to the low and then retaking and then ranging and then just being more boring. So actually allowing them to make that new low of day instead of just making it to the low of day. And just a slow grind down from there, nothing special. So now I guess we'll see, does 523 break? Since we have a pretty important monthly emerging candle there. Good looks though, Garden Trader. Been doing good on the levels. I hope other people progress in the same way too, because I feel like that really is the first step to becoming confident in taking more trades, or in taking trades in general. Good job, Kevin. He got over 44%. What was I saying? Progressing with the levels, and it's just because like it gives you confidence. Like it's not just about, oh, the levels this, the levels that, I trade price action. Like that's not about that. It's about having something to go off of. Like, if you're just straight up entering the market and you're like, yeah, I think this is green, or yeah, I think this will go red, like, that's not really trading, you're just guessing. But if you have levels to go off of, you can at least build some confidence with it. And yeah, he said nice price action today. I agree. You know, at first I would say it kind of felt a little boring and awkward, but it's not always going to be amazing. And you can see, it took over an hour just to give us, you know, more movement, really. But I would definitely say because of this, this led to cleaner price action. So pretty cool. Again, for really good updates of just charts and just basic posts, please check out the trade floor. It's not just me in there. There's also other really cool people in there posting their ideas and what they think is going to happen based on the levels and the strategy that we go off of in here. So please go in there if you're looking to trade with the group a lot more. You don't have to pay a dime to at least read the trade floor. If we go below pre-market low... Oh, he's about to say how we're going to move further. Okay, good. And look at that. Like, took a trade... He said he's taking his win for the day. He's probably not going to take another... Even if he does, who cares? But able to take that trade and then just keep reviewing the chart. Now he can just straight up learn. He doesn't have to do anything. Good job. What? Oh, here we go. God, Discord confuses me sometimes. Again, still just kind of seeing what looks like a bearish retest as long as 523.83 is held as resistance. A retake of this could lead to more buying, but so far it just looks like bears are still in control. Pretty cool review too of the latest dip here, and you guys should do this honestly on every dip, on every rise. You should just review what really brought that move. And it's kind of cool to see right here we had a high, and then we end up retaking that today's open, right? So kind of seeing that little bit of a 90%, but even if you didn't take that, it's not what we're looking at. Look at how the next candle, when it did make that, you know, impulse move, look at how it made an inside bar. And then that next candle closing under. Just kind of giving extra confirmation like, yes, you are on the right side of trend. It's just kind of confirming, but like in a calculated way, you know? Because it's not just going to give you a straight drop every time. I wish you guys got a straight drop every time. But sometimes it's going to be a little bit of a measured move, so just got to remember that. And that's why I was so proud of VizTex's review and a few other people's reviews. Just, again, being able to see that calculated retest. What's your thoughts on Bookmap? Saw a video on Instagram of a trader using them. Reread what you just said to me. I'm not making fun of you, it's just funny. You said, saw a video on Instagram of a trader using them. I'm already, like, not interested. I'm literally off of Instagram and X because of this exact conversation we're about to have. I do not like what you just said. But I know what Bookmaps is, though. It's funny that I just making fun of you. But book maps is actually pretty decent. I have no problems with book maps. But yeah, fuck social media. I'm done with that crap. No, book maps is good though. I like book maps. I haven't personally used it, but I know what it is, I know what it does, and I know a few people that have used it. That sentence got me. Sorry, Toma. I didn't mean to make fun of you. That was pretty funny. Let's see. All cash review of meta posted time to go hit the time weights, baby. Oh, hit them weight. I was like, what? What is a time weight? Daily reminder to drink your water. Thank you, React. I be trying to tell these people to drink, man. React, let me go check out what else you got in there. This better be that meta chart. Here we go. It is. Thank you. I was kind of excited to see what you did here because I watched it in real time, but it's really weird. Like when you watch a trade in real time, it is so much different than reviewing a chart afterwards. Like with React's meta trade here, he called this out live in the YouTube chat. That was clear as day, right? And watching that chart going back and forth with it with other charts, you know, it's a different feeling than seeing it afterwards. So, but it's very important to review afterwards because if you don't, then you don't even know what you're looking for. You're just walking in the dark, and that's a horrible feeling. So double dipper on meta utilizing the 460 put. First entry was the break of pre-market low with the target of being Friday's open price, 466.50. Even thankfully typed that out for us. Second was the retest and rejection of the pre-market low again. So he's taking the break and the retest of it, and his first break was actually a very clear calculated move too, because he's not just looking for a break, he's looking for a break to a target, right? And what else? Again, as we created two higher lows with seller volume increasing, using the fib as my stop loss, held back to low of day and sold into momentum as one to secure gains on to the next. Dude, you're insane. Such a calculated I like this one the most too, just because you got that move there. On to the next. Fires on both the chart and the gains. One real trade today. I love that. Entered once we broke and held the recent low. Stayed in until it eventually made a lower high, and once it confirmed it, I added one more. Wow, you're ballsy. But I like it. I like the confidence. Sold most at low of day and sold my last runner because we wicked all the way back up to not close under the low of day level. Should have been more patient and waited for the lower high. Also, even though it didn't make me uncomfortable, no reason for me to be in for cons. Oh, well, that's still a good sign, though. Still a good sign. But I like the realistic point of view from yourself. No, that's good. That's still a good sign, though, that you weren't uncomfortable, that it didn't affect you. Because that was really why I said that. If it didn't, you know, actually change any of your decisions, I'm proud of you, man. But let's see what you did here. Let's see how crazy Deuce truly is. So we got the close under open. I like that you did a paper because you're just kind of testing yourself. And I like that you're not letting yourself get in before it's been... I mean, because it's only been like an hour. There's no reason to be in like 8 trades already. 3 puts. Adding 1. Okay, I do have a rule now. If we're gonna add... Because I'm not going to say you're not allowed to average in and buy more contracts. But if you're going to buy more contracts, I think you should only be allowed to buy more when your contract is cheaper, not the opposite. So I like the idea of putting yourself into more because the value of them has probably gone down a little bit over time thanks to volatility. I understand why you did it because the price was probably cheaper. But I mean, like, whenever you think, like, oh, this is a retest, like, this is a good part of my trade, like, this is when you need to be adding that 1, not over here. But I understand the reasoning behind it. It's not stupid or anything. Exited 3 and then sold runner. You're crazy for getting that wick. I love that. Good job, Bang. Very, very clean review. And there's no BS in these reviews. Good job, guys. I haven't seen a single BS review yet. I'll let you know if I see one. Oh, I didn't get to see Devontae's post. Hold up. This guy is pretty funny. Don't ask why. Don't ask how. I'm pretty sure one day he told me it was his phone that does this. But every first letter of every word he will type with a capitalized letter, and I just find it funny. But he always has super organized charts and super organized trade reviews, so I always find it cool to go look at. Let's see what he did here. This was yesterday. Seeing that Tesla was approaching pre-market high in the 30-minute, I went to the smaller time frame to find an entry. Okay, so again, just using that scale down method, seeing the bigger time frame, moving down, seeing that he likes the potential, and then trying to tack down a perfect entry, if he can. Due to the wicks we already got earlier, I only took one contract and sold at my first level. Does anybody see what this is right here? Does anybody understand what these words right here? The amount of self-awareness is crazy right here, which is amazing. So he understands that this makes him a little bit uncomfortable, whatever it may be. In this case, it's the wicking. He sees that there's a lot of wicking on this time frame. He sees it on this time frame. It's just uncomfortable looking, right? So due to that, instead of entering a normal size position, what does Devontae do? Being uncomfortable. Again, due to the wicks we already got earlier, I only took one contract. This speaks levels about this trade review. It's not about the gains. It's not about his entry or exit. It is about the self-awareness. That is very nice. Good job, Devontae. I know I'm late on that, but that was nice. All right, let's zoom in again. Oh, no, I don't have to. Never mind. And Daffy, if you guys want to, go check the trade floor. He's posting sector updates on the whole watch list that we actively post every single day. It's the same list. He is posting the dollar chart with very key levels to look at for any movement that's necessary. Damn, Dell's down 7%. Oh, yeah, I wouldn't touch that either. These are always the ones that end up moving down more, but it's like, I don't even know if I want to be a part of that trade. I don't know. Kind of hard to touch it. Like, you gotta, that's why, you guys always hear me talk that way. It's like, as a new trade, this is how you should think, or it's like, because somebody that's saying something that's already in a trade might be saying like, oh, I'm still in, I like this, the continuation of this, right? But let's say somebody that's not already in this, right? They're going to be looking at this and going, well, I'm not getting in this, that looks dumb. Like, and that's two separate opinions, but it's because of just a small time difference. Somebody got in before somebody. So, always try to be realistic with yourself. I feel like it's the best way. Thanks, B. No problem, Deuce. He said, do you agree, though, that I entered early and should have waited for the confirmation of a lower high? Let me... Yeah, I don't like that you entered the first break, but I understand why you liked it, because that was a pretty large amount of selling, and Tech is pretty famous to, you know, be able to kind of bring those moves to the market. So, I mean, I don't blame you for entering it. It is an open range breakout, essentially. I would say it's an aggressive entry. I wouldn't sit here and say it's an early entry. Now, the paper put, I think I like that one a lot more, because that was like the first break of today's open, whereas your real entry was like kind of like the second. It was like the second real open range break. But that first, I like your paper put entry, because that, if you're going to go risky with that open range move, you might as well take that one, right? Because positionally, it's in a way better spot and a clear stop loss, right? Whereas the other one, it's, you're like out there in the middle of nowhere. And yes, it should drop in our heads, but, you know, in a timely manner, you could see what it did to you there. It took its time, and if it would have taken longer, it could have been worse. So yeah, I do agree, but only to some extent. I can see you weren't just randomly doing something, though. You know, and that's really what I try to look for when I look at reviews, at least, is like, are they just guessing, or are they going with the system? Or are they trading some other system? And it's like, whatever if they are, you know? But you can really tell if someone's just guessing or not. Or being hopeful. You know, if I see someone buying puts the first few minutes of the day and they're like, well, I was bearish because it had a lower open. It's like, no, you weren't. You didn't buy puts because it had a lower open. You bought puts because, yeah, the lower open happened and you didn't want to miss out on the moves. You probably chased. And then, yeah, you either won, got out unscathed and got some good gains on this dip and got out on that wick, or you ended up holding through this move and it probably cut, or you got lucky and you got this move with you. And at that point, those are dirty gains. I don't want to get lucky to make my money. I don't want to get lucky to make good trades. I want to make a good trade. I don't want to get lucky. That's just stupid. You don't want to try to consistently bet on luck, because that just doesn't make any sense. Go off of something that makes sense, something that's consistent, something you can go off of. It's like, oh, I have a lower high retest here, bet. Going with it. Not moving away from it. Oh, hold up, 1 second. What a disgusting drop. Sorry, I'm here. I had a sandwich. Okay. Meta. Ew. Good job on Meta making that new low. React was all over that. Even with the fall of Tesla, SPY produces a green candle. So let's see. XOK now reaching a potential support. Let's see if buyers show up from here or not. Is the pain over or will it proceed? And we have healthcare above previous day close. Would be a very good sign if they held that and pushed beyond previous day high, at least for buyers. If not, then good for seller. Bank's just been kind of been on an awkward grind up, but it's not hurting anything, so it's good. Discretionary, of course, taking a recent dip. Of course, we know that's from Tesla. And comms, trying to hold on to their low of day. So we're looking to see if this little knife drop on tech holds or not. Daffy said Apple is leading the way, which is a good sign. We need Microsoft to pick it up. They're the one that hurt everything. Them and Nvidia. These are now the top two hits of SPY. Microsoft and Nvidia. It's so weird to say that out loud. We need to see buyers from them as well as Apple. And yep, a potential liquidity grab like Ryan mentioned. Sorry if that was loud. Y'all said SPX is frozen? Oh yeah, what the hell? Oh, have a good one. You too, Toma. Thank you for being here, man. Yo, where were you when SPY or SPX was frozen, Where were you? Oh no, those weren't chips. That was that Chick-fil-A sandwich, dude. That shit was good. I haven't had one in forever. You know you're hungry for something when you wake up and that's all you can think about. Which is weird for me because I never eat in the morning. He said, damn, even worse. That's funny. SPX is just like stuck. See, here's 940 on my SPY chart. Now, they are actually in the same spot, so I guess it's no problem right now. But it's funny that they're not even, the chart's not even moving. I guess we're just forever waiting for that bearish retest. We'll see if that ever works, man. Nah, we'll go back to SPY just so it's not confusing. That's pretty funny, though. Get your screenshots in now. Far OT. Oh, that's funny. It's probably Nancy. She's like, hold up, guys. I have to buy calls, but I want to do it when everyone else can't. hand is now free. All right, what's everyone up to? You guys currently in any trades? Or you guys just kind of chilling, waiting for more movement? What are you looking at? Pretty much all the news is out of the way. You have a Fed speaker in 47 minutes, but it's not going to be anything crazy. He's probably just going to stick to script and nothing new is going to come out. But all the news is out of the way today. We don't have any major earnings. Ulta after hours today. We have FedEx, but that's about it. Oh, nice job, Snurpy. He said nice trade. Took it off the rejection of 523.60s. Oh, nice. Quick in and out. Nothing wrong with that at all. Good job, Snurpy. I just saw what Green said. He said Tesla gave it all back and then some. You're not wrong. Looking Eli Lilly long. Chart looks good. Thank you. Finally. I can look at something. Ah, I see why longs are enticing. Yes, I see. Nice candle here after that. This is insane. And then this to follow up is very nice. So you're basically just betting on new highs. I like that look though. I do like that a lot. It's not like it's a first take at it now. It's like the second. It's not bad at all. You said you might wait a bit longer and see if we can get a nice higher low off the monthly level or pre-market low. Yeah, no problem with that. No problem with waiting. I mean, you gotta remember, it's only 10:15. There's a few hours left of the day. There's a good amount of time. So it's a good amount of time to either build a base and work itself back up, give another good retest, work itself back down. There's time for another move. And if not, we're not gonna sit here and cry about it. But we understand that there is a pretty important monthly level. Thanks to Garden Trader pointing that out. I did not have that marked myself. I was just going to lazily say the supply. Or old supply trying to hold the support. But based on the daily, though, we said this morning we should pull back. We've hit that one level. We've hit the gap fill. The next area under is 521.70 and 520 flat. So if we do get a continuation, it's going to be under 523. If we do make it to the next targets, those are going to be 521.71 and 520. If we get a hold here, there's a good chance we could hold in between here and 525 all day. If we end up holding here and building base, there's good chances on the intraday time frame there'll be good buyer moves back, up here, but they could also not happen in a timely manner. So just kind of keep that in account too. But shit, I might just leave it on this chart. Kind of weird watching the zone over the whole screen, but if you understand what the levels are, you shouldn't have to be that confused. These are just how we chart on the bigger time frames to watch the daily, and then we have a different system. I mean, it's the same exact system, it's just different time frames and how we do it. SPY 3 bar 5 minute potential. XLK is the same. Good looks Daffy. Ryan said 2 out of 2 today, so I need to be patient or sit on my hand. Oh dude, you don't even need another trade. Like, if you see one and something's just screaming at you, Ryan, jump on it. But you shouldn't be jumping into another trade unless there's just something there screaming at you, really. Like I said, I mean, there's no point in ruining a 2 out of 2. But also, don't let your 2 out of 2 contradict how you trade. Like, don't let that control you, right? If there's a good trade there, take it. You know, don't let your 2 out of 2 get in your head and go, oh, you're already up today, don't ruin yourself, be safe, don't be scared. Like, no, take that risk. But I swear, do not chase. Don't let your greed control your decisions. He said I could just mental trade as well. That's true too. That is true too. Sometimes I like to do that too, just to kind of verify an idea or be like, oh, I was right, or oh, this would have worked. You know, and the next time you see that kind of similar setup, you could try to take a chance on it. Yep, here's the 15 minute. I just went over it not even that long ago. I went over all the time frames. 15-minute is looking very nice. But honestly, all these time frames look the same to me right now. It just all looks like we hit a support and there's just a small buyer move happening right now. The question is, will it continue? Will we actually get up to a spot where they can do damage? Because if they can get up to 525, that's a very good move for buyers. Especially before, you know, too deep into lunchtime. Because it's already 10:19 right now my time. That means it's 11:19 on their time. So they're already thinking about lunch. The 15-minute is very clean though, Daffy, I agree. Ryan saying golden pocket of high day to low of day is 524.18. Of today? 524.18, that's kind of wild. That's not very far at all, is it? Alright, time to go check SPX. Still frozen? Nice. In 20 minutes, it had been frozen for an hour. I wonder if I could do... No. Huh. I don't know. I was gonna go clear my thing, but I don't even remember where that is anymore. Huh. I don't know if I've ever seen that before. And if I have, I don't remember. A very rare occurrence is happening. I don't know. This is why it's okay to know how SPY works too. You guys shouldn't be freaking out if you're an SPX trader. You should just move on to SPY. There's nothing wrong with it. I know there's a lot of people here who like to look at SPX, but guys, SPY is just as good. You just might not think it, because they don't move as fancy. Support said it's a street-wide issue, but option chain is working normally. Is what Kid83 just told me. Yeah, I figured if it was on my screen after a couple of y'all saying it, I figured it was probably everybody, because there's no way it's just happening to just a couple people. That's probably happening to a lot of people. But the option chain's working. That's funny. They're like, hold up, we need to mess up the visuals while we control the market on the options chain side, because it's about to reverse and we need to be on the right side because we're betting too hard against ourselves right now. Blah blah blah. Like, how do we know that's something like that's not happening? Don't be a conspiracy theorist, but just kind of crazy to think about. How many times can you remember SPX chart not working but the chain still working? And I wonder if it's just a few brokers. I wonder if there's a certain broker that still has SPX moving perfectly fine. Like, does anybody here have TradingView? Can somebody confirm that on TradingView? Can somebody confirm that on any other broker or any other charting site? Anything? Is SPX moving for you? That'd be cool to distinguish what was actually moving and not. It's frozen on TV as well? Yeah. Well, that confirms that. Mel, do you know the person in TradeFloor? Or is it just coincidence they have your name in the first part of their name? TV's frozen as well. Thank you, Susan. Thank you, Daffy. Thank you for confirming that with me. Just good to confirm it again. Is Mel here? Dollar is not frozen, and it's testing. There you go. That's the true call out. Yeah,
Gotta call out the difference. Like, yeah, it's not frozen. That's good. Throw some shade on SPX. Alright, let's see. I'm kind of curious. How's Microsoft doing? Because they were kind of the first thing that let us down today. But I will say this. The fact we're not down more is pretty impressive. The strength of other sectors like healthcare, banks, I mean, even discretionary to some extent, has definitely helped us stay in this area. And then small caps, as you guys have seen, small caps are still just making that kind of grind up move. You know, it's kind of like the opposite of what we were seeing on SPY at the beginning of today. You are back, Mel. Can you tell me, do you know who that person is on trade floor? Is it just coincidence they have the same name as you almost? It's like, they're like Mela and you're Mel. Is that, is there any connection there? Or is this just coincidence? I'm just curious. There's nothing behind this. That's Mel's mom, for real? You're lying. That's impossible, right? Yeah, that's not right. Mel's second account? No, there's no way. My boy Mel doesn't have time for a second account. Yeah, no, Mel, you don't gotta prove it to me. I know you. You don't have time for a second account. My boy Mel don't play games like that. Alright, no connection then. We're just assuming that. I just thought it was funny. It's not every day you see Mel in a name. He said mom is 94 years old. Yeah, I don't think his mom's on Discord. That's funny. Still seeing a buyer move from the monthly emerging candle that Garden Trader made us aware of. Imagine though your mom is on Discord just destroying SPX as we know it. I still see SPX is at 52.41.69. Damn, y'all gotta see what my boy Noxta is doing. This is kind of giving away what he's looking at next, but I don't care. I mean, he is just on fire with the swings, dude. My favorite part is the reasoning. It's never his gains. I get excited because he's doing well, but it's because, duh, like, I'm excited for somebody. But it's really cool because the hard work that goes into it beforehand. It's not just randomness. Like, he's actually going for just straight up candlestick patterns sometimes with good positioning, and that's it. He's not looking anything more than that sometimes. Sometimes he's adding in other things to give himself more confidence in the play. But 70% is crazy. I know it's the same week, but still. Good reasoning, Noxta. I know he's probably not in stream or hearing me at all, and he's probably not going to review the stream at all, but I always like to put that good energy out there because he's got really good swing trades, and it just is a good example for other people. Because I'm not joking, one of my favorite videos, and I know you guys are going to be like, it's probably Workshop 11. No, it's not. It's one of my swing trading videos because it literally covers... Like I know it's about swing trading, but the price action that it covers is good for literally everything. Hold up, let's find it. We gotta find it. Swing trading videos. It's this one. It's 50 minutes long. It's pretty damn long. But this was a combination of like a bunch of my different trades in one video over the course of multiple weeks. Some of these were called out. Some of them were just taken together like on stream or whatever. And this is when Beyond was still relevant, as you can see. But it was just straight up pattern trading. We even would talk about it on the smaller time frames and how you could analyze beyond that. Because I hate when people are like, yo, this is how you make good money on swing trading, but they don't show you the in-between shit. I show you the in-between shit in this video. Not just getting into the trade, but what you do after you're in, managing the trade into that next morning. What do you do when it opens higher? What do you do when it opens lower? What do you do when it opens sideways? What do you do when the next day does absolutely nothing? You know, and this video covers all of that and more. Not just the mechanics of the trades themselves, but like the thinking behind it as well. Wow, I traded fuel cell? Ugh. What is fuel cell at now? In this video, it's at 11.27. What is it at now? Way lower. Yeah, less than $1. Eesh. Imagine we had like equity shorts on that. Oh, I think I just saw SPX move. Oh no, I didn't. Never mind. That was SPY. All right, SPY is still getting a little bit of what looks like another 3-bar play on the 5-minute, 15-minute. Just a good buyer candle away from that wick. Good move. And then the 30-minute is about to close its first candle after that support touch in less than 20 seconds. I like to always stare at the clock in the bottom right and top left of my screen just to remind myself, you know, what candles are about to close. It's good to know when the next 30-minute or hourly are about to close. It's also good to know when it's like 10:30 and noon, in my opinion, which would be 11:30 and 1 in New York time. Because I feel like these are really good slowdown times or shift times. So let's say the first hour or the first section of the day was just super boring. There's a good chance past that 11:30 mark that you get some movement, and vice versa. Let's say you had a lot of movement in the beginning. You're probably not going to get as much that second window, and then that third window pops up. You get some really good chances of movement. And if not, whatever. You can end up using that range that wasn't moving into that next day, and that's always a good thing too. You know, yeah, it might be boring right then and there. But at least knowing in the future, you're probably going to get a good clean opportunity away from the range that you're currently stuck in. He said, dude, selling parts is like trading. I paid $1,700 for an engine and sold it for $4,200. Not a bad risk to reward if you ask me. I appreciate you always giving us these updates, Jack. I wish other people would do that. Because there's a ton of business owners in our chat, but I know how it is. They like to keep to themselves and just kind of focus and all that good stuff. But thank you for always sharing that. And insane trade, by the way, on your engine. What's the ticker for engine? I can't find it. The back-to-back 3-bar play make it from Daffy's by the dip call out from earlier. Oh, 100%. Ryan said, yes, I've noticed around 12:15 to 12:30 Central Standard, we usually get a big move. 100%. I try to split up the day into like 3 windows in my head because I feel like those are the 3 windows in which you have to pay attention to. Like if you get no movement the first window, there's a good chance you get a second window. No window there? Okay, check the third window. We're all your co-workers. Pretty cool though, Jack. Thank you. Oh, Eric. You guys gotta pay attention to Eric's updates or trade reviews more. His trade reviews are getting better and better and better. But no review right now. He said he'll post one when he gets home, but this looked like a pretty good trade percentage wise. Always excited about that. And guys, that's a good example too with what Eric just did. If you guys ever, you know, make a trade or whatever and you just want to post the results just to get it out of your system, go ahead and do it. But please, at the end of the day or before the day is over, please post a review of that. Reply to those gains or that loss, and please post a chart or some sort of reasoning behind it. And it's not, you might think like, oh, it's the rules of the chat. Like, yes, it is, but it's also for you. It's so you can go back and you're like, what did I do on this again? Why did I mess that up? Or what did I do that was so good? You know, I can't remember. And you go back and you look and you'll remember. So it's just good to post that good review for yourself. Letter Buck. What is with you in these amazing, like, single-lined updates lately, dude? You just, like, come in here and type, and it's just, like, a really good summary of what's going on right now. Spy 52325 is the 20 email on the daily. Love that call out. With no news the rest of the day, I think we have seen low of day, and with they hold at the monthly level, I'm bullish as long as we hold above the monthly level and pre-market low. Bam, clear cut. Giving himself reasons to be bullish above something, and an exit plan if it ends up going against him. Very, very clean. Like I said, there's a lot of emerging leaders in chat. Just a ton of people in here who just post really clean updates, just being themselves because they've been working their ass off for so long. It's not luck, it's not randomness, it's just, again, all your hard work. Alright. Mel said he wants 524.40. You might get it. You might get the 524.60s even. We've already made it to 524.20s, which is very impressive over the course of only, what, 30 minutes or so? I mean, normally we're also used to seeing so much of a slower move, you know? But getting back-to-back 3-bar plays like that, very impressive. Oh, Mel, you're 5 cents from what you wanted. Oh. They almost gave you what you wanted to the cent, Mel. Almost to the cent. You guys want to look at something on the daily or look at anything else, or what do y'all want? I'm here for y'all. I did not mean to click Max Daily. Okay, Netflix is going to give us an inside bar again, which we saw the outcome of the first one. Popped a new high and made it all the way to 664. Today we have an inside bar again, so I kind of hope that stays like that so we have a good outside play for tomorrow. But who knows? Netflix can do whatever it wants. Ooh, my baby John Deere is down in the dirt again. Good. We love John Deere around here. Maybe not the tractors or any of that stuff, but the company and the stock chart is insane. Patterns and the movement, it's amazing. I love backtesting John Deere. Such a good clean chart. Coin, trying to get better at. It's definitely a bit of a volatile one. Especially with just pattern trading. Ulta getting a green day before its earnings after hours today. I'm not really surprised by that one. I feel like it's pretty common we see that. Especially when a stock is near like some recent lows, it's pretty common towards earning it goes up, and then you see the real reaction. But not the case every time. Oh yeah, Visa and MasterCard. Damn, FedEx just kept going, but it was just so slow. Nike, Moderna. Moderna did so good from Alexis posting his plays. He did so good on that. Snow breaking down after earnings. That's insane. AVGO coming down as well, away from supply. I'm seeing a lot of stocks exiting supply. And then on the other hand, we have a bunch of them kind of holding a support, moving higher. Like Leah Costco making another new all-time high today. They don't even know what's going on with the market. They don't care. But look, also... Oh, they have earnings after hours today as well. That's a big one. This is why I should just check daily updates channel. I'm sure Eric already posted all this. Yeah, so after hours today we have Costco, Dell, Zscale, Ulta, GPS. There's a few others there. Those are the main ones though. MDB. Some pretty big boys for us not having a crazy earnings session right now, because it's not really earnings season anymore. But looks like we got a tail end here. Oh, guess I'll go back to SPY. Just zoom in on this for a bit. And how's everyone's morning so far? The market's been open for about a little over 2 hours. Stream's been going for a little under 2 hours. He said, I spend enough money at Costco, I have to support that ticker. Daffy pointing out that the dollar has reached a support for a good 15 minute. Okay, good. Good update. How are you doing today, Daffy? How are you feeling? You said you were negative 100 from the sleep. Ryan said, not a bad day. Been patient and relaxed, waiting for the second half of the day around 12:15. How's your day? Pretty chill, honestly. I pretty much never eat breakfast. That felt pretty good. I feel very energized. Just glad to be here, honestly. It's kind of fun to stream and go over levels with everybody and just kind of talk about stuff. A lot of people have told me I help keep their sanity, but I feel like it's the opposite. Good brother kids holding air horn. Oh my god, he said kids are holding an air horn. That's great. Let's get that air horn away from them. Waiting to celebrate. They're waiting to shoot the air horn when we hit 526. I see. Your kids are calling the future. My bad. Like previous day close. Hit it. That's funny. Always appreciate you streaming. Makes my trading day better. I appreciate that, man. I'm glad I could help. Even if it's just like a moral thing, I don't care. Good to be here. Have y'all been all checking the daily more? I hope all of you have. Of course, I have no way of actually checking if you have or not, but hopefully you're telling the truth. But hopefully more of you have been actually looking at the daily, breaking it down from the daily down to these smaller time frames. Therefore, you just get a better sense of what's going on, just better context, like we talked about with reading a book. You know, if I gave you a book and I cut out the first 100 pages, you're going to be a little confused on, like, you probably still understand a little bit because of the outcome and the end. But if you don't get the beginning 100 pages, it's like, what am I even reading? Page 1. So it's just good to have context. It's good to have a sense of what's going on. It's not, it has nothing to do with, you know, you having a, like you could tell the future, or, you know, tell what's going to happen. You have no idea what's going to happen, but you'll have a better sense of what can happen. And you'll understand the levels around you a little bit better. Probably have better plans and more optimized game plans going. He said, literally so used to vibing with the stream every morning, I feel lost when I don't. Way to make me depressed. XOK on the move to the upside, XLC same. Great call out by Daffy, and that's a great call out because these are two of the sectors that were giving us some struggle today. XOK having a very red day, down towards 210.42. Comms also having a red day. Not just the lower open, but a continuation of that lower open. Is SPX still frozen? Hell yeah. Like, imagine looking at this chart and you're like, oh my god, this looks so good for puts. And then you get it, right? And then you're just like stuck here. And let's say you like walked away and you came back and you still see this. You would be so confused. Oh yeah, good call out on Bank of America. They are experiencing a little dip right now, aren't they? No one but Daffy's kids can tell the future. Exactly. Whether he likes it or not. BB fam is part of my routine all time frame. Good, good. Glad to hear. And we're glad to have you too, Alexis. Make sure to give me the next Moderna call out. You know, just DM me though. Don't tell Chad. Just DM me. Just be like, yo man, I'm buying right here. I'm kidding, of course. Please post your game plan next time you touch it though. I would love to take part in your next Moderna journey. You're probably going to be waiting a bit though, huh? Because after that spike. Yeah, the options chain is moving on SPX. We confirmed that. I'm just saying the chart's not moving. The chain is moving. It's probably moving very accurately, actually. It's moving a little bit. Yeah, Noxta is insane just overall. He's just a good pattern trader. You put a good pattern in front of him and he'll kill it. Or just a good clean position chart. Got beat up this morning chasing. What were you, chasing puts or chasing calls? I can kind of see the case for either today. At least at different parts of the chart. Be patiently waiting for more. It's a love and a hate relationship with Moderna. She's done me dirty in the past, lol. It's like your ex that cooks good. Both? Ah. Oh. I see what you mean by chasing then. If you'd like to review, I'd be down to look at whatever. If you don't want to talk about it and just because you kind of already know what's going on, it just kind of be repetitive or whatever, then no need to, but whatever you want. Nice pullback here since that recent move back up higher. Yeah, 2 3-bar plays made us all the way up to 524.50s almost. And we're kind of above that second 3-bar play still here on the 5-minute. I wonder, what does this look like at these levels? Okay, it's just the same, just with less highlighted areas. UNH, how you doing? I think I haven't checked on this in a minute. Another potential IB. XOM is an IB as of right now. That is a crazy daily chart for that one. I could see this filling gap or maybe slowing down soon and then giving us a reset and then working back up if it doesn't fail under the 200s. But basically, above 200s, this looks good for IWM. For the daily time frame moving forward, I like this a lot. For swing soon. We can get a better second sign of life here by buyers. Definitely getting a buyer signal there. Get a breakdown. Definitely got to take that because that's going to probably bleed 196 is most likely. IWM chart on the daily looks very, very nice. I can't wait to get back in that. They are back down to that 523.83. Microsoft's still chilling into that 420.50s area, which again, that was kind of our main seller today. That NVIDIA. checking around a couple things. I didn't really see much. I think like Carvana was in a midterm retest point on the daily, but that was about it. To the downside. 523.83 though. Here we go again. This is where the second 3-bar play from our low of day kind of appeared before seeing more buyers back up to just under today's open. No touch of it, no break of it, but they got close. Just gonna post an update in the chat real quick. I guess I'm kind of just repeating what Letter Buck said, though. It's kind of a pointless post. Over an hour later and this chart has not moved. Love it. Where's Ace Ventura with the rigged messages? We need those today. Hems? Yeah, we can look at that. Hems and Hers Health. Oh, that's why it probably has a lot of bullish flow. That's a new all-time high, I think. No, it is not. Just kidding. But that is a new high that they haven't had in a while. They have not seen these levels since 2021, basically. 2021 and going into the, 2021. They haven't seen these levels in forever. Let's see. So I would probably start from over here, because you can't ignore this. But this is the all-time high supply. They're pretty close to it. This is basically the high of the all-time down to the open of the last green candle before the actual breakdown. You'll see how we are pretty close to that now. But that's probably why you see bullish flows, because it's making new highs. Not a bad move. But let's go over here again, though. Let's see what else we can get. So I'm going to go to the... Let's delete that real quick. Go to the monthly real quick. Jump over here. And yeah, that's not going to help us much, but let's at least add it. And then go back to the daily. Max daily, that is. Zoom in. And then we'll get that all-time high supply again. I kind of like this little structure there. It's like where they sat before they retested and dropped more. Even had trouble struggling here. That's about it. That's all you can really grab right there. And then maybe this high right here, because this is where they broke down last time. But I don't want to fill up the chart. Let's just focus on what we got. Zoom in, and yeah, they are breaking that next. This is that lower high level we added last, I think. Yeah, it's that one. Redo. But they are right under that all-time high supply. God, this is a nice little curl up move right here, and down here. A little more awkward on this one, but this one's pretty strong. Just because of the size of the candles. You have a single soldier candle as the low retake here, It's like Black Crow right here, and then you get a single soldier. That's the type of candlestick it is. And then you get the higher push with the meat of the bone closing over. That's a very strong retake over the course of 4 candles. But that is most likely why it has a lot of bullish flow. It's not a bad looking chart though. But those recent highs are definitely helping. It looks like bears are retaking 523.83. We'll see if this trend to the downside continues or not. My bad, JJ. Are we making a higher low on SPY uptrend right? They were trying to. They were definitely trying to right there. That was their first kind of touch of it. And I think a move off of this would have been a really good sign. And it looks like they have a little bit of a chance here. But I really would focus on this chart more often. Or more right now. That other one just has too much info. And that monthly emerging candle that Garden Trader brought up really is crucial in my opinion. So I would say look for higher lows above this level. Not that other one I was looking at. But at the time it was. I saw you said never mind, but it was trying to. It's just weak right here. We're under today's open too. It's not fair to look for a higher low yet. Oh, God, I'm like trying to stretch. But really good move though, under today's open. Not just this one, but also this one. Little fade away. We'll see. Do we take out that first 3-bar play or not? Because it looks like they're trying to fight it. Damn, JJ says you've only been here since March. I swear you've been here a lot longer than that. Or maybe I'm thinking of someone else. I could have swore that was you, though. Maybe not. There's that buyer candle. If the 30-minute turns into a 3-bar play, that would be wild. I know the wick kind of throws it off a little bit, but it does have a flat top there. And this didn't break any big percentage of this candle, so that'd be kind of wild if that popped up. Still in a potential, I mean, still in a downtrend, still bearish trend of day, but cannot ignore the monthly emerging candle right here. So just kind of keeping that in the back of our mind. Chart is fixed on SPX. Is it really? Hey, we gapped up. Let's go. That's crazy, bro. I've never seen a gap up from 940 to 1055, but we'll accept it. An hour and 15 minutes. That's wild how the difference is on that. That's a very rare sight. I don't think I've ever seen that. Especially where they edit the times, too. Like, I feel like they should have just, I don't know, not had the chart frozen. Crazy timing how that's low of day too. You're telling me nobody had an advantage on that? Feels like it's setting up for something in about an hour or so. Yeah, most likely, because this is like the first impulse. Or let me go to SPY. I don't want to look at SPX. I don't want to give them the time of day. They gave us a move down overnight, and we had a continued move from there, and now we've hit a monthly emerging candle, and a lot of you have pointed this out already now, that we could be forming a higher low. So yeah, big money move right there. Exactly. I would assume so. Chid just said, "Oh shit." Yeah, like actually getting it from there too. Went to make a sandwich and boom. Yeah, I just covered a few points on what you had said, but nothing crazy. Really good move. Yo, what kind of sandwich did you make though? I'm more. What kind of sandwich was it? Turkey and pesto? Okay. Can't go wrong there. Mm. No, JJ passed the vibe check. He's good. Hey, nice job on the new high, Carter. Definitely got to take it with the kind of day we're getting. Like, every new high is getting slowed down. He said he trimmed one at 25%, holding two still. Nice. Good job hitting that new high, too. And yeah, we'll see if we get that gap move or not. They're definitely working towards it. And good job capturing that IWM move while SPY's kind of been kind of the opposite direction for the most part of today. You're taking a mental put here. Bet. Boeing coin. Let's see what the news is for tomorrow. Ah, tomorrow is the famous PCE day. All an hour before the market opens. And then 15 minutes after we have Chicago PMI. That's it. So tomorrow definitely has some news, but a lot of it will be out of the way in the early morning part of the day, so we'll see what happens then. Current day open is stop loss. Good luck, Ryan. Oh, for your mental trade. Okay. No, I don't want to trade. Do not want to trade Amazon. Bulls look like they want to take over for a bit. From that monthly level, definitely. But we cannot lie. Shorts do look good under 524.61. And we never got that push beyond 525 either. So we're kind of stuck between two really good spots right now. And we're still under current day open. So both sides have some good favor right now. I think I'm going to move towards ending the stream here, but I want to give y'all one more update on the bigger time frame, because this is very important. But the fact we've filled the gap fill overnight with this move, or not overnight, sorry, with the move today, actually does set up a chance for bulls if they want to hang on here. But this is like their last chance. If they don't end up holding here and we do get to move down below 521.70s, there's a good chance we're getting a pullback. But if we end up holding onto this area, there's a very good chance that this could just be a fake low to bring liquidity into the market and actually cause new highs in the market, which this wouldn't be the first time this has happened. Multiple times on this recent rally up, as well as before on this rally up here too. We had lots of highs made, recently brought back down, no break of structure would happen, lots of people would jump into shorts early, and that would actually be the sole reason that we would go make new highs. So could be seeing that again here. When we're looking for highs to truly slow down, which they've slowed down. We had a little bit of a rejection here. No highs over this again for multiple days. We have a bearish engulfing appearing inside bar, followed by a negative print, followed by a lower open, followed by another lower open. So definitely seeing a slowdown. I think we can all agree there. But to truly get that break of structure and that follow-up leg down, you're going to need to see a little bit more. So just kind of keeping you on the foot there with the updates for both sides, just because we really are in a spot where both sides can truly take over still. So I hope to see you guys in tomorrow's stream if I stream tomorrow. If not, we're definitely still going to have updates. I know a few of the guys are going to be on tomorrow to drop some updates in the trade floor. So yeah, it's always a good moment there. But I'll see you guys later on today, and if you guys want to catch any more updates or charts or just info from anything on today's market, you can definitely tune into the Discord. There's a lot of people in here just kind of having fun with it, so I'll see you guys in there. But thank you guys again for the stream, and I hope you have a good rest of your Thursday.